I mean, the realisation that's hit home is that, and this is part of us coming here today, is that, you know, I used to have a mission, a goal, a dream, a master plan, if you like. It was all very clear what I was working towards, and that's all gone now.
So, I slept in this morning.
Rab rocked up at his house at 18 minutes past. And I thought we were supposed to be at 1/2 past. I thought I'll get 25 past is when he'll come out. 25 past came and went. So then I gave him to 1/2 past. I was like, and then I gave him a courtesy long-term friendship 3 bonus minutes. And when they didn't happen, I was like,
I appreciate those 3 minutes. So I've not showered, I've not cleaned my teeth, I literally rolled out of bed, seen that message from Rab, and I was like, shit. I slept
pretending that he showers and brushes his teeth.
So I had some mints in the car. I'm like, I'm going to be sat across from Rab. I'm going to have to give him a courtesy. You give him a courtesy 3 minutes, I give you a courtesy mint.
Mints? I thought you said you had some mints in the car. I was like, why would you want some mints?
Some lean beef mints.
It's 6 in the morning.
That's going to help the breath.
So our usual strategy means we're down here just kind of planning things out.
It's like planning the week out. We're going to head down to see about our new calendars tomorrow.
So we're returning to the Kingdom of Fife.
We're off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. We're going to see Jay multi-print.
Jay, typical Northern Irish lad, really good fun. And I don't know, we've got quite a good connection with the Northern Ireland, the Northern Irish. Fuck's sake!
It's gonna be one of those days, isn't it?
So yeah, we're going to see about Jay, about the calendars and
the journal.
We're creating a journal. There's loads of journals out there, and nothing quite fits our style of coaching at the moment. So we're going to create our own, and they will be exclusive. There will be a limited number. As always, because you know we can't just buy an infinite amount, so there has to be a limited number. But we're excited to go and speak to them.
Yes, we travel through to Kirkcaldy, and then we're also going to dodge over to Maspiden to do a bit of a recce. And we've got the dogs with us as well, so we'll give them a walk. So you're going to make like a plane, right?
Yeah, I don't know about paper. I don't know what I'm talking about. Print? Paper, yeah. So imagine this is A5. Okay. And when this goes, and this is scaled up to A2, or SR A2 is on the press. So that's your pages. Plus double side, of course. Yeah. That's really
so that was very insightful for both our calendar and our journal. I think we knew what we expect with the calendar because we did it last year.
Yeah, we just needed fresh photos for that. But the journal, we know how many pages it is. It felt like we were planning a wedding or something. It's like you had to choose the paper and the curve and the thickness and the weight, and you're like,
that does remind you of wedding invitations, right?
Yeah.
Like, how do you want it to feel? How do you want it to feel to the person holding it? Like, ooh, that's a good question. We want it to feel awesome, but natural, not shiny.
Yeah. So now we are off to Maspiden, which is one of our old filming. It's actually where our first drone committed suicide, sadly.
That's right.
Remember Franco. This bridge here is actually where we lost our first drone, Franco. He was called Frankenstein because we did this scene up in Crieff, and the drone, we got it to track us, and we got too far out of range, and it had the go home function where it goes straight up. Of course, it was overhanging trees, went up, hit trees, fell. It wasn't great, but he managed to survive. We wrapped tape around him and he lived a little bit longer. And then this bridge here, we came to film while this beautiful waterfall, and we wanted to get the drone off. It would have been risky anyway with the trees up there, and basically we're like, right, so we set them up there, turned them on, and they literally flew up, and then I can't remember if he dived through there or if he just went straight over the edge and landed in the water down there, and that was the end of Franco.
So we made it. The path is open, and I think we both forgot how it's not difficult, but it gets you out of breath.
A lot of steps, and you naturally want to power walk up them, so they just keep coming.
I think if you knew it as an exercise session, you just get your head down and get it done, but because you're out for a leisurely stroll, it quickly catches up with you.
It's clammy today as well, so.
But it's worth it because we've been reminded as to why this is one of our favourite walks. It's just very peaceful. So the vlog continues. We dropped a bit of a bomb last week, or the week before?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So we're going to continue this journey, showcasing what we're going through ourselves, in the hope of giving you guys inspiration, knowing that we're all human beings at the end of the day.
Yeah, so we did a bit of training this week.
How is your training going?
That's going all right. It's getting there. Just being consistent with it and focusing on that. What about yours?
Same. I've been exploring quite a lot of like sort of full body flow movements with kettlebells and stuff. It's been quite good fun, but I realised I missed the heavy stuff. Like I really do enjoy lifting heavy weights, so I did some heavy deadlifts.
Nala, come. Nala will just attack somebody otherwise.
Yeah, you joke like the Black Panther, but it's worse than a Black Panther sometimes.
She just snarls at them, it's just unnecessary.
Tilly wants to lick everybody. Yeah, so heavy deadlifts and just complementing with a few other kind of just getting my muscles pumped up again, because I'm trying not to go through the vanity route. I want to try and make sure my body is wholesome as much as I can, but we do have a calendar coming up, so I want to fill the muscles back out again because I'm feeling quite skinny these days.
I'm going full vanity, I don't even give a flying.
Obviously 2 weeks ago we talked about finding our smiles and finding our authenticity again, and I think that's probably a trap that we've fallen into, not just in our personal lives but also because of YouTube, and we've got a social media presence, and you naturally paint the face on going, oh, we're the Kilted Coaches, and it's like the face of the Kilted Coaches, and you can only play a character for so long, whether it's on social media or in your personal life, before you realise that actually the authenticity has to come out, otherwise your mood, your happiness just plummets.
Yeah, I mean, I've been going through pretty major life change at the moment, which has been tough because I've made some pretty bad choices this year that has really hurt the people that care about me most, and I've got to live with the consequences of that. And I've got this voice in my head at the moment, and it's that kind of voice. It's quite a negative. It's you're not a nice person. It's you deserve to be on your own. All these these horrible things saying, in the back of your mind. A bit of self-loathing in there, and that's one of the reasons why I've been hitting the training so hard, because when you train for 45 minutes, an hour and a half, whatever you're doing, it takes your mind off the pain of your life, But then unfortunately, once you cool down, you stretch, you eat a bit, you shower, whatever order you do it in, then slowly that ache creeps back in, and then your friend darkness comes and the voice returns. I'm just like, oh no. And it's not been fun, and it's made all the worse because I'm not really sleeping either. And the old me would have just been like, bugger, I'll just get tanked up. And I just don't want to do that anymore, So what I've been doing is I've been resorting to wearing myself out. So in the evening, I go out for a run. And I run till I can't run anymore. And then I power walk. And then I power walk till the power goes out the legs. And then it's the mission is to try and get home and into bed, while the voice in your head, because when you're physically and emotionally tired, that voice gets stronger and you can't fight it the same way. So then I get home, I get to bed, and then I've got no choice but to fall asleep then, because you're just exhausted. And then of course I get some hours sleep, and then 3 o'clock hits, I'm like, fuck. And then the process starts all over again. So it's not been great, probably all of my own doing. You just have to kind of, I mean, the realisation that's hit home is that, and this is part of us coming here today, is that, you know, I used to have a mission, a goal, a dream, a master plan, if you like. It was all very clear what I was working towards, and that's all gone now. And that realisation's setting in. I'm scratching my head going, well, what am I going to do now? So, you know, there's a quote that I love, and it's when there's no clear path, forge your own. So that's what I'm trying to work on just now, just trying to establish like what it is I want to do. And why that ties into us coming here today was that, you know, we came to Maspy Then, it's one of our favourite walks, and we didn't know if it was, because it was closed for a while after there was a big storm, and we didn't know if it was going to be open again. So we thought, we'll come and do a bit of a recce. And again, it's that you don't know if the path is open or not, so you go and have a look and you see. But if it's not, you forge your own path. So that's the kind of journey that I'm on at the moment.
I smiled when you were talking about that voice inside your head saying that you're not a nice person and everything else, because I instantly jumped in the heads of every single person watching this right now, and every single one of them are going, you're not a bad person, you're a human being.
You know, when you've hurt people that cared about it and that you cared about, you can't help but take the blame. Because I'm one of those people that, you know, I'm self-aware enough to know when I'm wrong, you know, and I was very wrong, and I am very wrong. But the problem is when you're an overthinker as well, it's very hard to heal when you're an overthinker, because you keep picking at the same wound, and it's so frustrating. So I just need to kind of get myself into a new situation that can allow me to heal, and then establish what the new goal is, whatever that may be.
Yeah, no, I think that one of the first major steps is making friends with that voice inside your head rather than making it an enemy. It sounds like I'm sure everybody agrees with me that, you know, we're all just human beings. We all fuck up. We all make bad decisions from time to time. It's just human nature, and you know this fine well, that you just learn from it and let's move on, because the Rab in 10 years' time is going to look back and going, yeah, fucked up, but look what happened because of it. Look at the lessons that we learned, and that's all we can ever do. For me, and I think this is where you are as well, when you can't really see a path in front of you. For a lot of my life, our lives, like, we've pictured exactly what the Kilted Coaches is. We can see it in our heads. I mean, we said it out loud. Oh, we're going to be on TV. We're going to have this much followers. We're going to create this impact in the health and wellness industry. We're going to make people smile and laugh. And we pictured all of that, and we did it all. And I said this about 18 months ago. For the first time in my life, I can't picture the next steps. But I can feel it. Like, I'm really in my heart energy, and I'm like, whoa, I can feel this pull into what I'm doing. I get a lot of fear coming up because I can't picture it. I don't know what it looks like, and it's like stepping into the darkness, even though it's my heart that's leading me, and it's quite tough. And I think you're there as well. You can feel what you need to do, but it's then picturing, well, what does the path look like? I have no idea, but it's going to be fun finding out, as much as it's difficult in the moment. Flies buzzing about here. So hopefully you have gone inward for yourself. You know, we're obviously showcasing what we're going through. We're being authentic in the hope that our authenticity allows you to go inward and go, right, actually, if the guys can do this on social media, then I can do it in my own life, and actually hold myself accountable to my own beliefs and my own values. And I think that's probably one of the fundamental principles that we can help and encourage everyone to go with, is like, what do you value? What are your beliefs? What are the virtues that you hold dear to you? And are you living that life? And if not, then take small steps towards it. And it's difficult. It's really fucking difficult. Take small steps towards it.
Be your true, authentic self, and just have integrity. That's one of the things I'm focusing now, is, you know, on integrity. Just be the person that you believed, or the best version of you that you believe you can be, and always be that person, regardless of what situation you're in. You know, if you love your friends, always love your friends. Don't ever talk behind their backs or be negative about them or anything like that. Just have integrity, show integrity. You know, C.S. Lewis said, you know, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching, and that's something I'm clinging to at the moment.
It's important. So, lots of love to you all. We can't thank you all enough for the messages that we've been receiving over the past couple of weeks. People
you've all been inspired. You know, people who've watched the previous videos, you've been inspired and you're going, right, actually this is great, thank you so much. You've encouraged me to do the same. And so thank you for the messages, thank you for listening, thank you for engaging with our hearts, with yours.